All right, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to go into a lesson concerning the pride of Edom and how ultimately this man will be greatly humbled. And as you can see, with DJ Trump, this nigga has put a jolt of life, into these Edomite Americans, this last grasp of air, that these devils is presenting. Like they're going to be, that white pride, that feel of restoration is coming. But that's not the case, man. That's not the case. Matter of fact, because you can see why this nigga proud. The Lord allowed this man to have his way, to ultimately talk about he who led would let. So this devil had to run his course. The Lord allowed him to do whatever came to mind. It happened. But now we're in a time where this devil, those desires, that hope which he's now been reduced to, is going to come to naught, man. So matter of fact, I'm gonna start on this, the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 3. It reads, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." And that was us, at one point, before we came into the truth, pretty much falling out of the ways. It wasn't at a point you want to be like the so-called white man, but the things that was presented here as a form of relief and an outlet, we went after those things because that was the standard, the standard of living. And this devil said, you got to go through this path to get this and go through that path to get that, so now we in this truth. The Lord, have given us this understanding. We don't want no parts of this shit, man. We see this place for what it is now. It says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Yeah, because this man was firmly established. The Lord planted this guy. The so-called white man. The Lord have planted him. So he was firmly established. And that would contribute to the pride, Talk about the average, talk to the average American. One thing they're boasting is, the military might, so you can see where that pride, come in at. But at the end of the day, all that shit gonna be taken away, man. It says they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Why? Because they in power. They're in power, but now things are turning around. Even beginning with the elites. It's not like they're being subject to payments or, like these Joe Six Packs, like they catching hells just the same as Jake. But with these elites, they're being plagued in the mind. They're looking over their shoulders. But for right now as a whole, you tell these devils they're proud. They taking back that white pride, proud to be a white, This is America. This is my country. That shit. And this is the approach they'll take, that they are not in trouble, that if there's a separation, they know that they're in power. And that's why this Trump thing, Trump coming into office, it kind of reassured these devils that they finna come back and make shit hell, man. Not knowing that things is about to not go as planned, so to speak. It says, therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. So, matter of fact, let's see what this word chain. Just curious with that chain. A knock. Strong's H 6059. It says to serve as a necklace. Necklace, let's see. It said to ornament a dog with the collar. Because ultimately that you really bound by it, you know. That's what leads you. That what this devil and his decisions based on pride. You niggas ain't gonna. This man is preparing to fight Yahweh Shai, man. You know, that's pride. You see that your weaponry is not up to par with the heavenly host. Yet you gassing up the jets, preparing to fight the Lord, man. So this is pride at its height. You know, matter of fact, let's get something else to go show you that, you know, that word pride, you know, to be proud is associated with the Edomites. That Obadiah, the first chapter. Obadiah. Hey, that's the spirit. Oh man, I didn't even know that was the title. That's the spirit, man. Matter of fact, I just started at the top. And this see the heading. Edom will be humble. Where's that the spirit? That's where I titled, you know, this lesson. So this is the prophecy concerning Edom. This is Obadiah verse 1, the vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. And this is what we're seeing. You know, that's ultimately the fate of the horde, man. America. This place is gonna go out by the way of fire. You know, World War III. And going back to Trump, you know, he's stirring shit up. You know, he's stirring shit up with the, you know, EU and NATO. You know, you can see that scripture coming to life that the other these that they're gonna hate the whore. That scripture is making more and more sense. By the way, if this dude being in office or him being that figurehead, that face, that puppet is causing shit to him, man. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. See, that's associated with this man. You know, being the proud. These sayings, proud to be an American. Hell, white pride. You know, that's he's the personification of pride, man. Matter of fact, let's see what that word pride going. Yeah, insolence, presumptuousness, arrogance. And what does the scripture say about pride? You know, it is, well, I ain't even got to get it because it's scripture say it's hateful before the Most High and man. You know, and he is the proudest of all beasts. Edom, the so-called white man. This nigga is the proudest of all beasts, man. So when you hear, you know, read the scriptures concerning the pride, most likely is concerning this man. You know? So it says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's his mindset. And going, you see how these subtle hints, that dwellers in the clefts of the rock, who is that talking about? So-called white man. The cave dwellers, the cave, what it Caucasian. You know, those subtle hints point to who this guy is. But as you can see, that mind, that heart because he's high-minded as well. You know, that he is the guy, which right now the Lord set him up to be the guy. But really, he's a peasant. This nigga is a servant that's sitting on a horse right now. You know? But you see that characteristic of pride is associated with the Edomites. And they even have this mindset, who shall bring me down to the ground? Which, hey, that's what the prophets are saying, that you about to be brought down. You know? And going back, as I mentioned earlier, that joke of life when Trump came back into office, that's, you know, these Edomites was really saying like shit finna get back on. It's finna go back to the fabulous 50s, man. You know, like they finna, you know, get the ball back rolling. No, America's at its last end. So go back to Psalm 73, verse 5, verse 6. It says, therefore pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. So and that's what he's about. That's his uniform. That's what he's about. You know, this man is known for violence. Hey, that's his blessing. Esau's blessing is the sword. The nigga, when he come in peace, that involves Black Hawk helicopters, and the peacemakers all got M16s. So who else could this be talking about? But at the end of the day, all that shit this man is about to he's about to go to his original state. He's about to go back to his place, man. You know, being that servant. Because that's one thing this devil, really all these Edomites from the least to Joe Sixpack know, that they gotta be on top. You know, because once that's over with, man, it's over with. So that's why even Joe Sixpack fighting tooth and nail to keep their head, keep really their nose above water. Because the ship is sinking, man. But that pride, though, that pride is a motherfucker. It's a disease. It's a plague. And Esau was born with it. So I'm going to jump down to verse 16. It says, when I thought to notice, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then understood I therein. So going back, as we start off in verse 3, you know, being envious of the wicked, falling after their ways, trying to make our bed here in this society. You know, that, you know, tasting the bad, that rat race. You know, the Lord gave us relief by the way of giving us this truth. That's us going to the sanctuary, man. And what that leads to us understanding. Ultimately, therein, man. That ultimately, you know, this is not a perpetual state that America is going to always be here. The so-called white man is going to always be the guy. He's the one that's going to pass the law. He's the one that's going to set the standard. No, that's not going to be the case. Yahweh Shema Shai has revealed unto us that this man has an end coming. And not in the next generation. No, it's now. It says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places. And what's that? That's the top of the mountain, which there's no room for error. This man been on a mountain doing all types of shit. So what's going to be the results of that? He's going to fall. It talks about how they work evil upon their beds. You supposed to be in the bed. That represents you being at rest, being empowered. But you up all night doing shit. That's going to lead to your destruction, man. This man passing all laws and legislations to come out to those that don't have the resources. You know, the elect. It talks about how he's going to even fall on his own sword, man, coming after the poor. You know, but the Lord set him in a slippery place. He set him on top so he can fall. Matter of fact, I believe that's in Jeremiah. Matter of fact, let's see. Lord says he gonna push you down the mountain, man. I think that Jeremiah 50 might be 51. Bear with me. 50 to 25 or something like that. Might be 51. Bear with me. Jeremiah 51. Yep. Hold on real quick. Let me see something else. Because the scripture talk about how Babylon being the most proud as well. Let's see. Bear with me. Yeah, Con. Matter of fact, before I get this, let's go back to the previous chapter, Jeremiah 50, in verse 31. It reads, Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And we in that time now, the visitation of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. And it begins by the way of the prophets telling you the decree. You know, Lord telling he's against the most proud. And they ain't talking about ancient Babylon. That's talking about now, man. You know, with the Edomites, the so-called white man, he's the one that's ruling Babylon right now. Babylon the Great, which is America. That's that most proud who the Lord is against, man. You know? Just for an example, you hear back then when you had Kim Jong, Little Rocket Man, as they say, that was Trump's nickname for him. But the point, you talk to these simple Americans when it was real hot, they were testing these missiles, and you would talk to a damn simple American and say, yeah, we're blowing the hell and back. They ain't, just that proud oozing from off them like they can't be touched, man. That's the pride of these devils from the elites, and it has that spirit, that mindset has trickled down to the inhabitants, man. Those that dwell within this place, those that actually that's in America, meaning they're part of the scene, so to speak. Meaning those that vote and invested in this place, they have that same mindset, man. That this place will always be. It's another one in Revelation 18. I think it's Revelation 18. I should never be in university or something like that. Yep. This is proud. Revelation 18:7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, see, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. So we just pretty much kind of read that in Obadiah, how he have that high habitation, and in his mind he was saying, who's gonna bring me down, man? This is basically what this is saying, man. Being in power, and ultimately you really is not going to suffer no loss, man. That's the mindset of these people. Even when shit do happen, they expect for things to get better. It's already an expectation because it's America. Babylon the Great. The greatest country in the world is ain't not, So that contribute to, even just these people, they proud, man. From a gook to a nigga, a dot head, they all one the same because they dwell here. They have that same mindset of the powers that be, which are the Edomites, So going back to Jeremiah 50:31, it says, Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord of hosts. For thy day is calm, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. See? Because that's ultimately that's his state. You know? It says, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all around about him. And that's what's going to cement his downfall. World War III. That's what's going to cement this man's fall. He's not going to be able to bounce back. You know, it's just like somebody, you know, your shit been compromised, but you had a safe in the flow, and you still be able to start another life. No, that's not gonna happen with Esau. You know, he got that phoenix, you know, represents, you know, rising from the ashes. That's not gonna be the thing. You know, you're not gonna be raised after this. That's it. But we seeing the path where you heading. You know, that's the icing on the cake is the destruction. But we actually seeing Esau being destructured. You know, from the conglomerates of nations coming together on one accord to just some weirdos protesting about what they call it, puberty blockers. It show you how low this place have gotten, which has always been low, but that skirt being raised up, and you can start smelling the stench of this place, man. It's finished, you know, and as I mentioned, World War III is going to cement it, that downfall. So going back to Psalm 73 and verse 18, and read, Slakia. Now let me get Psalm 73, and I'm gonna go back to Jeremiah 51 now. So Psalm 73 and 18 says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. So this devil is on top of the mountain right now, man. And that will contribute to him being proud. You know, this caveman somehow stumbled upon the scepter. Of course he's gonna be proud. You know, and you see the results of it now. Everything is upside down, topsy turvy. Everything is stank, it's ugly. You know, it's ultimately an attack on your five senses, man, because of the wicked is being empowered. You know, in Jeremiah 51 and 25, it reads, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, said the Lord, which destroys all the earth. So this man, him being in power, the result is the earth is in a worse state it has ever been in. You have these terms, you know, because the so-called white man, he like to boast in, you know, you go into his history and how he was a murderer, a thief, and he will try to combat it and say, if it wasn't for us, you know, the technology wouldn't be as it is, and nigga bring up science and the medical, you know, which is all witchcraft. But the results is you got air pollution now. You got water pollution. It's a term for when sea animals, you know, delete themselves. It's called beaching. You know, these certain terms, which is really destructive when you go into the definition of it, it's under the watch of this man. Plastic, what they call it, microplastics and forever chemicals. Who have heard such a thing, man? This is all under the watch of the so-called white man. But this nigga have the audacity, you know, to be proud. But that's okay, because that's how, you know, that be the most satisfying loss you can, you know, when you see somebody that was arrogant and proud, and the most satisfying thing is to see them fall, man. You know? Going back to the scripture I mentioned, pride is hateful before the Most High man. So the thing that you desire now, that pride gotta lose. So going back, Jeremiah 51:25, behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain, said the Lord, which destroys all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mound. See the destruction, man. World War III. That's just man fate. That's his blessing, and that was really his curse. And these devils take pride in that, the military might. When you go into the fourth beast, and Daniel pointed out concerning that fourth beast, the great iron teeth, man. So that's what this devil take pride in. That once again show you that's Esau. That's his blessing. But as you can see, the fate, he's going to be a burnt mountain. That's World War III. But even now, his pride is slowly, but surely, is ultimately going to be just snatched away, man. It's going to just, nigga get his feelings hurt. It's going to hurt to the soul, man. Because the thing that you desire and look for, it ain't going to be what you think it is. Just something that's scratching the surface. These devils think because Trump came back, the prices of groceries and shit finna go back to 2010 now. No. You on the path to being a burnt mountain. So I think that's Joel 18. We can end off on this. The book of Joel, the 18th chapter. Because going back, the Lord is going to humble this man. The Lord going to humble this man. Let's see. Yep. This is, man, really this whole chapter bad. The whole chapter of Joel 18. But I'm I'll just start at 10. Joel 18:10, it reads, the snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. And yeah, ultimately, that's really World War III. You got these silos that's within the ground. This is the end of E. Because once we get to that, we coming closer to that perfect day, man. Things are being made clear and obvious that we are in the end of this world. This system, this age. And guess what? The tools are here for that to happen. You got missiles, nuclear missiles, what they call it, weapons of destruction. Here on the planet Earth now, ready to go. Addresses already on the missiles. It says, terror shall make him afraid on every side. And it shall drive him to his feet. Yeah, it talks about everyone round about him. And it said he's be driven to his feet. Salakia. It says his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. Because this is the time of his judgment. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. That's the missiles. It says, this point, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terror. So, hey, you root something out, you really snatching it out the ground, man. So that's what's going to happen to this man, and his pride is going to be snatched out. Like I say, you get that feeling in your chest, your feelings just got hurt. You thought you were finna be on a roll. Nah, that's not the case. It's going to be because instead of the lower grocery prices, it's going to be traded in for concentration camps. You thought this was going to happen, but no. The famine is about to take place. And everything else that's going to bring forth, distress and anguish. That's what's coming. These devils about to be greatly humbled, man. And everyone that have that same mindset, from a nigga, I said a diehead, a goop. But it begins, with these Edomites. Their judgment is here, and they're going to be greatly humbled. So yeah, I just hope this will edify. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Let's teach the word in our true faith and sincerity. Shalom.